Good afternoon, traders. Welcome to another weekly trading webinar where we take a look at some live trading strategies and risk management approach, as well as a weekly outlook for the beginning of the week. Now, before we continue, just to bring your attention to the fact that any opinion, news, research, prices, analysis, or information discussed in this webinar or linked to this presentation is provided as general market commentary and does not constitute as investment advice. If you're looking for investment advice, then be sure to contact a regulated financial advisor. Now, for those of you who haven't met me, my name is Dumelo, and I am a senior market analyst at CWG Markets South Africa, and I'll be taking you through this session today and through our regular weekly webinars twice a week, Mondays and Wednesdays. Now, to keep up to date with daily tips, market analysis, as well as information that's happening in the market, then be sure to subscribe to this Telegram channel, CWG Markets Group, as in this group, you'll receive daily market news and outlook, educational trading content, webinar access, such as this one today, as well as event updates and official promotion and announcement, as well as deeper analysis as well. So make sure you scan the QR code that you see on the screen, or you simply subscribe to the channel so that you can get daily tips and market updates. Right. Now, for those of you that are trading and want to start trading as well, we do at CWG Markets have a welcome deposit bonus, which is a 100% welcome deposit bonus, where you can enjoy 100% bonus on every deposit on your trading account up to $1,000. This way you can double your funds, increase your margin, and double your equity so you can grow your account in the most efficient way possible. So as today is a weekly market outlook for the beginning of the week, let's take a look at some of the assets and some of the currency pairs and some of the key levels to look out for the beginning of the week before we touch base again with each other in about 2 days on Wednesday. So what we'll do here is we'll open up our charts and we'll start having a look at some of the key levels to look out for the week. So as we have here, starting with the first symbol that we see on the chart here, we do have US oil, which is WTI crude oil, which is currently ranging, as we can see, where the top of the range is sitting at the 65.73 level, and the bottom of the range, which is a previous level of resistance that price broke through, now a major level of support, and the bottom of the range at the 61.74 level. We can see price is currently consolidating between that zone, but again, for a clearer action of where the price is going, if we have a breakout above the top of the range here, a break and a close above this range opens up doors for price to continue this bullish move, with the next major resistance sitting at the 70.21 level. However, a break below this level, the bottom of the range, could confirm a reversal of the price direction to the downside, with the next major support sitting at the 58.46 level. In the meantime, we do have price still within this range, so we could highly likely get price trading within the range before we get a clear breakout out of the top or the bottom of the zone. That is US oil. Next commodity we'll look at is gold. So gold XAU USD, we can see price ended the week rejecting our major support level at the 4,659 level, with a bounce off this level opening up doors for price to continue to the upside and retest our major resistance zone, which is the zone sitting between the 5,400 psychological level and 5,415 level of zone of resistance. Now, if price reverses, comes back down and tests the support level and finds a way to break through, we still face major support and more support at the 4,600 psychological level, as well as the 4,532 major support level of support that price needs to face before indicating clear action to the downside. So this is gold XAU USD. Now, If we move along to Aussie dollar, AUD, USD, we can see price also is trading in a range here, with the top of the range sitting at the 0.7048 level and the bottom of the range, which is sitting at the 0.6912 level. We currently have price testing the top of the range over here, where a bounce off the top of the range could see price retesting the bottom of the range over there at the 0.6912 level. However, if price manages to break and close above this level, then this could open up doors for price to continue this upward momentum, with the next major resistance sitting at the 0.7133 level. So key eyes on this level, where a bounce off this level again could see a retest of the bottom of the range, or a breakout continues this upward momentum that we've been seeing for the past couple of weeks. And this is on AUD USD. Next up, we're going to have a look at USD CHF, dollar Swiss, where dollar Swiss at the end of the week was eyeing our major resistance level here at the 0.7795 level of resistance, with price failing to break above this level. And we also had price moving in a range below our major resistance here, and now, as we can see, price seems like it's finally breaking below this range. So a close below this range then opens up doors for price to continue to the downside and test the next major level of support, which is a zone between the 0.7606 level and the 0.7600 psychological level of support. And this is our major resistance or major support zone. However, if price fails to close below this range and manages to come back within the range and break above, then a break and close above the resistance level here opens up doors for price to retest the resistance zone, which is the levels between the 0.7858 level and the 0.7873 level of our zone of resistance on USD CHF. Moving along, our next key levels to look out for is on EuroCAD. So EuroCAD, we had price ending the week testing our major support level here at the 1.6118 level, with price failing to close below this level. We also had a price action pattern indicating a weakening in this selling momentum and a potential for a reversal with this pin bar or low test bar setup. Now we can see price has now confirmed a reversal to the upside. So this close above our pin bar setup over here opens up doors for price to continue to the upside and confirm this reversal of the momentum to the upside, with the next major resistance sitting at the 1.6340 level on EuroCAD. So for trading opportunities on the daily time frame as well as the lower time frames, this is opportunities to start looking for buying opportunities to trade all the way up to the next major resistance level on EuroCAD. Moving along, we've got Euro CHF, so Euro Swiss, currently trading within the range here, where the top of the range is sitting at the 0.9183 level and the bottom of the range is sitting between the 0.9140 level of our support. Now, since price is trading within this range, a break above this range could be the start of a trend reversal. So a break and a close above this range could be a reversal of the momentum to the upside, with the next major resistance sitting at the 0.9212 level. However, if price manages to get to the bottom of the range and break below the bottom of the range, the next major support we're looking at is a psychological level at the 0.9120 level of support on Euro CHF, continuing this downward momentum. Moving along, we've got Euro GBP. So Euro GBP currently testing our major level of resistance here at the 0.8714 level. Now, a bounce off this level could see a pullback in this upward momentum or the start of a reversal to the downside, with the next major support sitting at the zone between the 0.8621 and the 0.8620 level of support on Euro GBP. However, a break and close above this level still faces more resistance at the 0.8728 level of resistance, where a break up and close above this level continues this upward momentum, with the next major resistance here at the 0.8784 level. But before that, price needs to break this resistance here, which is a previous level of support that price has broken and retested and has failed to close above this level, which is the 0.8728 level. So a very key level to keep an eye out on, which will then determine the direction that you'd like to be trading moving forward in the next coming few days. So this is Euro GBP. Moving along, we've got CAD JPY. So CAD JPY, what we have over here is we have price currently testing our level here at the 114.88 level of previous resistance broken and now retested support, where bounce off this level continues this upward momentum, with the next major resistance sitting at the 118.66 level. However, if price fails to trade above this level, a break back below the zone could indicate a pullback in this upward momentum or the potential for a start of a reversal to the downside, with the next major support at the 112.11 level on CAD JPY. So very key level to keep out for, and how price reacts to this level will determine the next direction to be trading in the next coming few days. Moving along to the next symbol, we've got Euro JPY. So Euro Yen currently testing our major resistance level here at the 186.15 level. Now a bounce off this level at the 186.15 level could indicate a potential pullback in this upward momentum, or could be the start of a reversal to the downside, with the next major support sitting at the zone between the 183.11 and the 182.91 zone of major support on Euro JPY. But if price manages to break and close above this level, we still face more resistance at the 186.61 level of resistance, where if price can break this level, this will confirm a continuation of this upward momentum, with the next major resistance sitting at the 187.83 level on Euro JPY. But first, this key level of 186.15 will determine how price reacts to this level, where the direction is to be moving for the next couple of few days. So this is Euro JPY. Moving along, we've got AUD NZD, Aussie Kiwi, and as you can see here, Aussie Kiwi over here, price has broken our major resistance level here at the 1.1658 level, where a break and close above this level opens up doors for price to continue this upward momentum, where the next major resistance is sitting all the way up at the 1.2170 level of major resistance. Now, obviously, along the way, we do have psychological resistance levels that price may face, but this is the next major level that this opens up doors for price to continue on AUD NZD. Whereas failure to close above this level, if price fails to close above this level, this could indicate a potential weakening of this bullish momentum, with a potential of either a slight pullback in this upward momentum or the start of a reversal to the downside, with the next major support sitting at the 1.1557 level on Aussie Kiwi. So a key level of resistance to look out for, as this will determine where to trade for the next couple of days. And next, moving along, we've got USD ZAR, the dollar against the rand. And as we can see here, price ended the week rejecting our major resistance zone between the 16.32 and the 16.40 zone of major resistance on USD ZAR, indicating again a weakening in this upward momentum and a potential for a reversal to the downside, where bounce off the zone opens up doors for price to retest the support here at the 15.72 level of support on USD ZAR. So this momentum and this door opening up to test the support is very important. Otherwise, if price pulls back up, we still have price retesting the zone, where if price can actually break above the zone, then this can confirm a potential of a reversal of the momentum to the upside. As you can see here, higher highs and high lows, indicating a reversal of the trend to the upside, and a breakup of this resistance zone opens up doors for price to retest the next resistance, which is at the 16.73 level on USD ZAR. So that's USD ZAR, key level to look out for, as this will determine where to trade for the next few days on USD ZAR. So those are our currency pairs to look out for our weekly outlook on Monday. And if we move along, let's have a look at our indices. So indices, we've got S&P 500 over here, where S&P 500 ended the week rejecting our major support level at the 6,796 level of support, where price bounced off this level with strong upward momentum, opening up doors for price to retest our resistance, which is the zone between the 6,978 and the 7,000 psychological level of our zone of resistance here on S&P 500. And this retest of the zone will then determine where price will be moving in the next or for the rest of the week, where a bounce off this level could see a retest of the support level, or a break and a close continues this upward momentum, where the next level of resistance is a psychological level at the 7,100 level of resistance on S&P 500. Now, moving along, our indices, the next index we're going to have a look at is the FTSE, which is the UK 100 level. So UK 100 ended the week testing our major support level, which was a previous level of resistance that price broke through and retested here at the 10,271 level, where a bounce of this level, where we have a break and a retest, opens up doors for price to continue to the upside and test our next major level of resistance, which is actually a psychological level at the 10,500 level of psychological resistance. However, a retest of this level and a break below this level could be the potential of a reversal to the downside, with the next major support at that break sitting at the 10,118 level on UK 100. But for now, those have opened up a break and a retest, with the next potential level to test at 10,500, giving intraday opportunities to try catch the upward momentum to this psychological resistance. And this is on the UK 100 FTSE. Next index we'll look at is the CAC 40, which is FRA 40, which, as we can see, FRA 40 has now managed to close this gap that it ended up opening up with around Monday, the 19th of January 2026, which now this close of the gap has opened up doors since price is coming off our major support level over here at the 8,066 level. Bouncing off this level with strong upward momentum has opened up doors for price to continue to the upside, as we can see here, and test the next major level of resistance, which is a zone between the 8,378 level and the 8,400 psychological level. And what we have over here from Friday's price action candle, we have a lower low, lower high setup here, which is a ring low, bounce low formation, which is a buy signal setup to catch the momentum to the upside. So this is a signal to take buy trades, and this gives an opportunity from the daily chart to catch the upward momentum and trade up to the next resistance zone, as well as obviously there's other opportunities on lower time frames to do so to catch this upward momentum. So this is FRA 40, CAC 40, and this is our indices. Now, moving along, if we have a look at our cryptocurrency side of things, so cryptocurrencies, we've got BTC USD, Bitcoin. Now, Bitcoin, as we can see from our structural perspective, we've got a downward trend here on BTC USD, with price rejecting our major support level here at the 60,337 level. However, this bounce could be the setup of a minor or a pullback in this downward trend, where this could be a continuation of the downward trend to the downside and a retest of our support level here at the 62,990 level. And this is important to see because of price action candle over here has given us a potential confirmation or entry signal where we've got both a higher high and higher low setup, which is a ringed high or bounce high formation to catch the downward move, as well as this bar being a pin bar or a high test bar setup, which is a price action candle indicating the weakening of the upward momentum and a potential for a reversal to the downside. And this is all from the daily time frame. So this price action pattern, both a ringed high and a high test bar setup, is a potential to again catch this pullback and catch the selling signal to catch this downward trend to the downside. However, if this formation does not get respected and price continues to reverse to the upside, then this could be a signal of a reversal of this momentum to the upside, opening up doors for price to retest our resistance level here at the 76,332 level on BTC USD Bitcoin. All right. So that's the first crypto. Next one we're going to have a look at, based on our daily market movers, is Axie Infinity, which is AXS USD, one of the major movers of the day over here. So Axie Infinity, so what we had over here is a previous level of resistance that price came back and retested and has now broken through this level, which is at the 1.50 level. And what this does is it has opened up doors for price to continue this downward momentum and opening up doors for price to retest the next major support level, which is at the 0.8079 level. Now, if we have a look here, what we have with this current bar setup that is happening in today's daily candle is we have a higher high, higher low setup. This is a ringed high or bounce high formation. Again, bounce high formation is a price action candle signal, or a ringed high setup is a price action candle signal, price action selling candle signal, again to catch this downward trend, as it seems like we're in a pullback here of this downward trend, and catching this downward trend to continue this downward momentum and this trend to the downside to the next major support level at the 0.8079 level on AXS USD. However, failure of this ringed high setup to form could be again, if we have a break above here, this high of this candle, this could be a signal of a reversal of this momentum, where this then opens up doors for price to retest the resistance here at the 2.9343 level of resistance. But anyway, this move, this 15% move, could be a pullback, again indicating a pullback in this downward trend and a potential to continue this move to the downside. But a very key level and a price action pattern to look out for today on AXS USD, Axie Infinity. Okay. Next, we're going to move along to the next cryptocurrency, which is Solana, SOL USD. And If we have a look here on a SOL USD, we had price. If we break this one here, since price is broken to this level, so we had downward momentum, downward trend for the past couple of weeks, with price coming down to test our major support zone here at the 68.46 and the 70.95 zone of support, with price bouncing off this support zone, indicating a pullback in this momentum, this downward momentum. So a slight pullback in this downward momentum, which could give signals to continue to the downside and retest our support here at the 75.73 level of support. So if we have a look here in terms of price action candle setup, we do have, as we can see, price is starting to reverse to the downside here, breaking this slight consolidation, which could be an indication for a continuation of this downward trend to the downside. However, if price fails to close below this range, a close above this range could indicate a reversal of this momentum to the upside, opening up doors for price to retest the resistance here at the 95.47 level of resistance here on SOL USD Solana. Okay, so very key candle to keep an eye on. This will determine the direction to trade for the next few days. Moving along to the next crypto to keep an eye out for. So, got Dogecoin. So, Dogecoin, firstly, what we need to do is we need to update our levels here. And what we have now here on Dogecoin is we have price in a downward trend over here, lower highs, lower lows, with price bouncing off our major support zone over here, in a pullback over here, where price was eyeing our major resistance level here. Now major support broken, now resistance. This indicates again a reversal of this momentum back to the downside and a continuation of the trend, where we could see a retest of our support level here at the 0.0894 level, where this will then determine either a continuation of the downtrend or a potential of a reversal back to the upside. But for now, this has opened up doors for price to continue to the downside on Dogecoin, Doge USD. Next up, we've got Cardano, ADA USD. So ADA USD. So what we'll do here first is we'll have a look at our levels here, an update of our zone, which now that we can see here. Right, so basically same situation here with ADA USD. We have a trend to the downside with lower highs and lower lows, as well as a rejection of our major support zone between the 0.2420 and the 0.2432 zone of support, indicating a pullback in this downward momentum. This is downward trend. So pullback, again, meaning that a continuation of this trend to the downside may see a retest of this support zone, or a potential for a reversal of the momentum to the upside. But first move of the day is a pullback in this downward trend, where a continuation to the downside opens up doors for price to retest the support zone between the 0.2432 and the 0.2420 level of support on ADA USD Cardano. And then lastly, our last cryptocurrency we'll look at is Ethereum. So ETH-USD, which on CWG markets is XET-USD. So ETH-USD, Ethereum. Now, Ethereum, what we have over here is pretty much the cryptocurrencies are giving us the same price action movement, where structurally we've got downward momentum or a downtrend with lower highs and lower lows, and a pullback in this downward trend. Pullback meaning a potential to catch the trend to the downside. Over here with our next major support level sitting at the 1,670 level. Now, if we look at the current price action pattern, which price has gone through here, we had a higher high, a higher low set up here, which is a ringed high or a bounce high formation, which is a selling price action candle signal, giving you the opportunity to catch this pullback and continuation of the downward move to the downside over here, which, as you can see, price has already started that move already. However, failure to respect this price action pattern, this ringed high setup, where a break above here could see a deeper pullback in this downward move, where deeper pullback could be a retest of our previous level of support, broken now resistance at the 2,229 level of resistance on Ethereum as well. So very key price action to keep an eye out for, as this here will determine the direction for the next coming few days. Okay, so this is our beginning or our weekly outlook for Monday. Now, for those of you that are wanting to start trading with CWG markets, I just want to bring your attention to the fact that did you know that if you trade with a minimum deposit of $10 on your trading account, that gets you access to a high leverage multi-asset trading account with CWG markets. And that multi-asset trading account is the CWG markets cent account. With just a minimum deposit of $10, gets you access to this account where you can make trading more efficient with MetaTrader 5. This account provides you access to trading currencies, indices, commodities, stocks, as well as cryptocurrencies, and also gives you access to leverage up to 1:1,000 and EA automation support. So just with the minimum deposit of $10, gets you access to this high leverage multi-asset trading account, our CWG Markets Cent account. If this is something that you're interested in, be sure to scan the QR code that you see on the screen so that you can apply for a CWG Cent account and get started trading with CWG Markets today, as well as taking advantage of the welcome deposit bonus, where you can enjoy 100% deposit bonus on every deposit on your trading account up to $1,000, so that you can double your funds, increase your margin, and double your equity so you can grow your account in the most efficient way possible. Well, guys, this brings us to the end of the webinar today. Our next webinar will be on Wednesday, the 11th of Feb, which is in about 2 days, where we will be looking at trading NFP live in real time as we trade the official non-farm payroll for Feb 2026. But if you did enjoy today's session, then kindly do us a favor and leave us a review by scanning the QR code that you see on the screen there and leaving us a review of the session, as this will allows us to keep up to date and make sure that we provide excellent education and webinar service to our traders at CWG Markets. Scan the QR code, leave us a review, as we will greatly appreciate that. Other than that, if you'd like to contact me, then feel free to either send me an email, or you can send me a direct message on WhatsApp by either following any of the links that you see on the screen or scanning any of the QR codes that you see on the screen, so you can get in touch with me directly to ask me any questions that you have. or to suggest any topics to discuss in future trading webinars in the future as well. This session is recorded, so you are more than welcome to rewatch the session once the replay is posted on the Telegram group. So make sure you subscribe to the Telegram group and get the update of the replay of the session as well. But other than that, traders, enjoy the rest of your day, and I will see you on the 11th of Feb for a live trading webinar where we trade NFP live in real time. Enjoy the rest of your day, and bye for now.